Hi, this is Pam from NortheastWheelsEvents.com with Darren at Seiverling. Thank you. We're just discussing that, and I still messed it up. Seiverling Pedal Car Museum. The actual name, though, if you really want, is what?
Seiverling Museum, Car and Pedal Car Museum is our official name.
Very good.
The official. Pedalcarmuseum.com is the real easy way to find us.
Sounds good. And of course, beautiful downtown Ephrata.
Yes.
Good luck on that one.
Yep. What we have here today are three variations of pedal cars. We have a mid-50s Dragnet made by Garden. This actually, yes, it has a hood scoop, but it's not what you think. It's not to ram more air in to go faster. It is a really pitiful sounding alarm. Batteries don't recharge by themselves, but there is a speaker underneath here. That's how it was designed. They did make this as a production unit. I'm foggy on the numbers on that, but they do pop up on eBay. They're not plentiful, but they do pop up. They did come with the microphone, and teddy bear was optional.
And this is actually trademarked for Dragnet,
the whole
TV series. That is too cool. So, of course, the bear's name is Dano.
Yes.
Of course. Book 'em, Dano.
We need to get a second bear that's a policeman, like the one with...
Like the Ephrata.
Yeah, the Ephrata one.
That was a custom job, you were saying?
Yes, the restorer of this one called Richard, basically the one that started the collection, and said, hey, let's get you a pedal car, an Ephrata police pedal car. How do you want it done up? And this is what they came up with. This one has the same, this one actually has a working blue light, but again, batteries don't keep themselves recharged. And it has the same siren system. It's just not as built in as what the Dragnet is.
Oh, that is amazing. And then we're going to step back a couple of years.
Yes, this is a 1947 Murray Pontiac. This is the pedal car that started the whole collection.
Oh, really?
Yes, this pedal car here was the first one that Richard had gotten. Again, I believe he got it about 94. I'm hoping I have that year right. This is it. This was actually in his living room for a long time, and then all of a sudden he decided, you know what? We're going to swap out the big cars for some pedal cars, and right here we are with the museum. This is the one. This was made in good, decent numbers with relatively the same paint scheme. This is of course restored. The teddy bears. I don't know if we did the teddy bears on the first one, but the first video. But all the teddy bears were from Richard's wife, Ethel. When he got a new pedal car, they went out the next Sunday and bought a teddy bear. So
okay.
I'm sure we don't have the largest collection of teddy bears, but it's a decent collection of teddy bears nonetheless.
That would make sense. And of course, that's why they're all color coordinated to the cars.
Yes, they did try to do that. My daughter, my 5-year-old daughter, sometimes has redone that whole color coordination. She gets in here and absolutely loves the teddy bears.
Well, of course. Come on.
Every time she's in, she has about 5 or 6 of them like this and says, Daddy, can we take them home? I say, well, then we have no drivers. I don't know what we're going to do. The next pedal car we have in line here is a 1925 Hudson made by Steelcraft. It does have the horn that works, and that was pretty much standard equipment for that model. Your 20s and 30s, this one does not have the full suspension, but a lot of the, this is more your lower end pedal cars at that time. Your higher end ones were more your ones that had suspension, multiple gearboxes, handbrakes, trunks.
Jeez. Now, when you say suspension, what exactly were you saying with suspension?
Suspension, it would be...
How about that Packard over there? Well, is that... Because that's the top of the line, I'm sure.
This one does have one. This one has a little bit of one. And then this Studebaker here also has one too.
Jeez. And that's just coil springs all around?
It's not even coil springs. It's basically a leaf spring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're basically just one sprung leaf spring.
Oh, okay.
One on each side for front and rear. But yeah, that one there is more was your standard. I'd say your middle class had those. The ones with your full suspensions, they are the ones that were your upper class. Your upper class back then were spending $30 to $40 for those. I believe this one's going to be in the $15 to $20 range at the time. Don't hold me to it, but I know I'm in the ballpark. This would be the equivalent of our Power Wheels today.
Okay.
And the pricing would be kind of the same ratio, I would say. Power Wheels are $200 to $600. Well, this would be your $300 one. The suspension ones would be your $600 to $700.
Let's take a look at a Packard. You're saying Packards are hot this year. This is 2015, by the way.
All of the concours that we've been at, the Packards have been. We made sure to take one along because it sure generated a lot of interest. This one here has a rumble seat. This is a 1924. This one actually won the award at Radnor Hunt. Full suspension. It does have working headlights. We've been taking the batteries out because they've been unfortunately corroding on us, and we don't need that. But this one also has the Fat Man steering wheel.
Oh, look at that.
So you can get in, make it easier to get in.
And what year was this one built?
This is a 24.
That's a 1924. Wow. That is amazing. Now, the grill and everything looks like it's actually plastic? And that is metal?
No, that is metal. You are correct. Basically, there's no plastic on this that I've come across yet. But everything out,
What's with the hood ornament now?
Basically, they made them to look like the real cars. Whether that's an actual Packard hood ornament, I guess could be questionable. But again, pedal cars, they tried to mimic, and it does have on the back side here, it does have a temperature gauge.
Very good.
So it was pedal cars. Yes, they didn't go exactly, but they at least tried to give some detail so that when you were a kid, you could act like you were driving just like Dad's car. And some pedal cars, the difference between a Cadillac and a Packard could be details, could be the Cadillac might have a different, maybe like a side light here or different mirrors. Sometimes you only change between them.
Okay. Now it's Packard.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is a 21 Packard. So many I have to verify. This one has a license plate in the back that says "Stop and Go."
Let's take a look.
Along with a trunk.
Oh, look at that.
And then, of course, we gotta remember this is older.
That is adorable.
Stop, go. And that's all hand operated. Again, these were your well-to-do families that owned these, but your 20s and 30s pedal cars, that's what they were.
Now you have the shifter in there and the lever.
Yeah, and all these here basically so that they could play with.
Right.
The kid could play with gauges just like his father would. Some of them even had, and this one does. Of course, your timing and to start it, that type of thing.
Spark advance and throttle.
Timing, yep.
Oh, that is great. Now you were bringing up about the differences between Caddy and a Packard and Minor. Let's take a look at that GTO, and that's a brilliant example of what you were talking about.
Yeah, this is a 64 GTO. It was made in 64. Again, they slapped the GTO label on it, but as you can see, the headlights are going the wrong way.
Plus, it doesn't have the split grille.
Well, again, yes. Many people have caught us on that. They made that because they use the same stamping. I know that there were other models, and I think a Camaro was based off of it. The only difference was it had a Camaro decal on it instead of a GTO.
Still with the dual headlights.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I got to look at that one. I've only seen about 3 pictures of Camaros. I would love to find one to have one in the collection, but there's not much difference. And there's not much, and that sometimes was the difference, just that little bit. Turned it from from a Pontiac to a Chevy, from a Studebaker to a Cadillac, little details like that. We have the same Steelcraft body is for about 3 of the pedal cars. One has side lights, one has mirrors, one has a rumble seat or a a trunk. Those would be the main differences.
Gotcha. Oh, that is wonderful. Now this is just part. This is we saw about 4 or 5 cars of the 140.
Yes.
They have on display. Very
And
good.
we are also selling remanufactured ones too. We have those. We actually have one put together and a few in boxes, ready for Christmas for the car guy.
There we go. For a car guy was everything, and also to start the young ones, get them bitten by the bug.
You'll be amazed once the kids get in them. They do. We just did a show in Ephrata where we let some kids run them down a parking lot, and it didn't take them long to figure out how to pedal a pedal car.
Oh, that's
after
for
being
sure.
on Power Wheels.
Plus, of course, they get, what is that called? Exercise.
There's
What a
something to do there.
concept.
Yep.
Gee, actually interactive toys.
They
Wow.
still make them. They still make them.
That is great. That is great. Now, you're going to be open. We're at the open house right
We're at the
now
last
in November.
open house of 2015. We'll be giving our dates for 2016 probably in December or January. We'll definitely have one in March, starting in
Very
March,
good.
and have one per month. Of course, if car groups want to stop by, we have opened up the museum for 2 people even. So
Very good.
that's by appointment only. Unfortunately, I still have to work 40 hours a week, so we can't do it all when it pleases everybody. But if our schedules can work out, we will gladly open the museum up.
That is fantastic. Darren, a pleasure. Again, this is Pam from NortheastWheelsEvents.com for all the open houses. Definitely watch NortheastWheelsEvents.com or go directly to pedalcars.com,
Pedalcarmuseum.com.
pedalcarmuseum.com.
Pedalcars.com is still a good site too, but it's not ours.
No, we want pedalcarmuseum.com. Thank you very much. We're doing this right here. Let the other guys come to us.
There you go.
Yeah, make sure that you check NortheastWheelsEvents.com every day for cool events like this, as well as SoutheastWheelsEvents.com, UKWheelsEvents.com, and now GlobalWheelsEvents.com.